doing what you're doing, son. Don't give up till the miracle happens. Agents will very quickly stop what they're doing because it's not working before they've given it enough time to actually work. You know, we honestly almost had the same scenario here happen because we were doing some postcards in the newspaper and we weren't getting the success initially that we thought we were gonna get. I was hoping to outperform what typical postcards and newspapers do because of my ego, and I thought our stuff should start working before the industry average of 12 to 18 months. Wrong. We almost wanted to quit at 12 months, but now we are on month 17, I think, right now, with our postcards and our newspapers, and the return is coming. We're starting to see the fruits of all of that time and energy and money that we put in last year. We're starting to see come full circle now. One of the biggest things agents don't prepare for when they're getting started in real estate is not getting a paycheck. This is a commission-based job. Not only is it commission-based, but there's a lot of fees and there's a lot of startup money that needs to come out. You need to get your fingerprints, you need to go through licensing, you need to go through pre-licensing classes, you need to get your board certification, you need to go to the MLS, you need to get your super e-key, you need to buy lock boxes, you need to buy signs, you need to buy marketing, you need to buy blah, 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 and the list goes on. So agents don't prepare for that. If they do, it's never enough. Because they don't realize that, okay, now they bought all the stuff, that doesn't mean the phone's gonna start ringing. None of that gives you business. Those are basically startup fees for you starting your new business. Now you have to go out and do the work and expect, typical closing takes 30 days. So if you go out and you get a contract written on day 1, you might get a paycheck day 30. What's the likelihood of that? Very slim. You're probably looking 3 months is what we used to tell our agents. Now, it could be 3 to 6 months before that first paycheck comes in. And that, a lot of people don't have the money set aside to make the jump. So that's why you see so many agents, they want to do real estate part-time as they're getting their feet wet in the business because they're not willing to walk away from that full-time job where they're getting paid because they don't have enough money saved to be able to make that jump into a commission-only industry. So that's probably one of the biggest issues I see with agents is trying to, and we're trying to put something together to help agents do that, and I'm calling it like bridging the gap, right? Like how do we build a bridge to take you from your 9 to 5 into the real estate world where you have enough money to be successful? Because the problems with the agents that are doing it part-time, they only get part-time results. And part-time results typically don't provide enough money for you to ever get rid of that other job, right? You've got to have a full-time 40 to 60 hours a week in real estate and then be willing to do your 40-hour job here. Like you've got to be double up on have 2 full-time jobs in order to be able to leave your other full-time job to get into real estate. But doing real estate for 5 hours a week is never going to produce enough to be able to get you to quit that 9 to 5 and make the jump, in my opinion.
You don't have like an ideal agent.
Ideal agent is someone who just hit the lottery for about 20, 30 grand and they're good.
Okay.
No, an ideal agent, honestly, is somebody who has a chip on their shoulder. They got something to prove. They either were unsuccessful at another agency, we can bring them in and help them be successful, or it's somebody that's maybe failed in life in a different career. Like for me, for example, I got out of rehab. I didn't have I couldn't not make it. I didn't have an option. Failure's not an option, right? So therefore, I was willing to go all in, 120 hours a week working in order to make it successful in this business. The agents that I've seen go all in with their time will be successful in this industry. They will make it because they're willing to do the work. But if you're not willing to do the work and put the time in, I don't see how you can be successful with this industry. Now, has my workload slowed down over time? Sure, but you gotta put that sweat in at the beginning in order to get the business kick-started.